get a little tricky with that damaging wind, possibly.
Yeah, that's going to be the primary impact we expect for later on tonight. We went ahead and upgraded this to a red alert day. So that means we're expecting impacts to be likely, at least for some of us, around wave country. So the main time frame of this is going to start right around 9 p.m. It will last just past midnight through about 2 a.m. Again, the main impacts will be some very strong wind gusts with a broken line that's going to be moving across the area. And then the storms are going to gradually weaken a bit as they move further to the east. But again, the strongest of the storms are going to be staying well to our west. And I wanted to bring you outside and show you our Elizabethtown SkyTrack camera. We're seeing some sunshine. And if you've been around here when we have severe weather days, you know that that is not what we want to see. At least we're clearing, because that's just only going to add to the instability and the storm fuel that a lot of those storms would need to get going and turn ultimately severe by later on tonight. So in terms of what we're seeing around wave country, most of us have been pretty dry. We have a couple of pockets of downpours now moving through far eastern parts of Jefferson County. I would say just south of I-64. Most of us, though, again, pretty dry. As we take a wider view, though, we can see a lot of the more active weather further to our west, even some thunderstorms ongoing right now across the Bowling Green area. Those are not expected to be severe, but what we're watching is all of these shower and storms further to our west. This is where we have the best potential of seeing those strong, severe storms, and where we have that tornado watch in place. Again, that does not include wave country. Our main impacts, yes, we could see maybe an isolated brief tornado or two, a very low risk of that. Can't completely rule it out, but we're going to be watching it closely as these showers and storms race their way across the Midwest and eventually into our area. I'll give you an exact time frame of how long these storms are going to last and what we can expect heading into your weekend. That's all coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks so much, Jessica. A man wanted for a deadly DUI in Spencer County, Kentucky last week is now in jail on murder charges. Dustin Herrick of Pewee Valley was indicted for a crash that happened on Taylorsville Road. He was arrested by Kentucky State Police on Wednesday and charged with murder and DUI. Tonight, Herrick remains in the Shelby County Jail without bond. Governor Beshear has signed some key bills into Kentucky law: medical marijuana and sports betting. Senate Bill 47 allows medical cannabis, and House Bill 551 legalizes sports betting in Kentucky. The medical marijuana bill goes into effect the first day of 2025, which will be available for patients who suffer from a number of conditions. The bipartisan sports betting bill goes into effect this June. Governor Beshear talked about how sports betting will boost the state's economy.
Kentuckians will soon be able to place their bets right here in the Commonwealth. And for the first time, those dollars are going to help support rebuilding our bridges, repaving our roads, funding our education system, and improving our communities.
And the new betting system will be run through the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission. Wave News reporter Mark Stevens is looking into the impacts of the medical marijuana bill. He'll have more on Wave News at 5. Well, shifting now to New York's grand jury's vote to indict President Donald Trump. He's set to be arraigned on Tuesday. And the historic indictment sets up what is sure to be a closely watched and hard-fought legal battle. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest.
America waking up to an unprecedented moment in history. Former President Trump indicted in connection with a case involving a $130,000 hush money payment he allegedly made to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
He initially was shocked. After he got over that, he put a notch on his belt, and he decided we have to fight now.
Trump blasted the grand jury's vote online, calling it a fake, corrupt, and disgraceful charge. Daniel's lawyer says he respects the decision.
No man is above the law. So I think in one aspect, we've got a system that's really working correctly.
This marks the first time a former president faces criminal charges. President Biden not commenting.
No, I'm not going to talk about something that I do.
Trump allies claim the 2024 Republican presidential candidate is being targeted. Others say, let the legal process play out.
It appears to millions of Americans to be nothing more than a political prosecution.
We haven't seen the indictment. We don't know the charges. We don't know the evidence. And yet there are inflammatory accusations about partisanship.
While the exact charge or charges are still unknown, the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg was known to be focusing on a felony charge of falsifying business records. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. And the judge presiding over former President Trump's arraignment is the same judge that presided over a recent case where the Trump Organization was found guilty in a tax fraud scheme. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And back here in Louisville, crews are continuing to monitor water and air quality near the McAlpin Dam, where barges broke free from a vessel earlier this week. And one of the two that have not been recovered contains methanol, which can be harmful if ingested or inhaled in large quantities. Officials have conducted over 320 air quality samples, and all tests are showing no detection of methanol. Crews said additional salvage equipment is heading to the dam, which are expected to arrive over the weekend. A new show is on national tour, and it's coming to Louisville. Grammy-winning legend Dionne Warwick and her son Damon Elliott are executive producers of Hits, the musical, and two of the performers chosen are from Louisville. Wave News anchor Shannon Kogan spoke with them about the show.
It's a cast of 29, all between the ages of 10 and 22, chosen from more than 31 auditions and 7,000 auditionees. Two of the youngest.
Hi, my name is Corey Johnson. I'm 11 years old, and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
Hi, my name is Carson Taylor. I'm 10 years old, and I'm also from Louisville, Kentucky.
I spoke to them via Zoom as they're on a 50-city tour.
I love the most of seeing new things and seeing new cities that I haven't been to before.
They're now being homeschooled, traveling most of the time with their moms.
We'll do schoolwork on the bus on days that we have schoolwork, and then when we get to the hotel on days that we don't have shows or rehearsals, we'll usually have tutoring in the morning.
Both have been performing for a while. When they found out they were chosen,
well, Carson was also on the Zoom meeting when I made it, so we both knew. And I was like, Carson, we made it, and we was just
we were like screaming.
Yeah.
The show is 90 minutes long, filled with action and tons of hits.
We're taking you all the way back through the decades, so the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to this year.
It's even on the cover of Billboard magazine. I had to ask for a sample. Okay, can you do it for me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, I want to hear it.
People killing, people dying, children hurting, hear them crying. If you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Where is the love, the love, the love?
You can see Carson and DeCory when Hits, the musical, comes to the Brown Theater April 8th. For ticket information, check out this story on wave3.com. Shannon Kogan, Wave News.
They sound so good, so talented. Well, coming up next, a new bill signed by Governor Beshear will create an urban search and rescue team in Kentucky. We'll sit down with a member of Metro Safe EMA on how this could save lives. And with the cost of eggs rising, many parents are turning to dyeing plastic eggs this Easter season. We'll hear from some shoppers after the break.